The countdown to the Australian Grand Prix in 2026 continues, and we are now only 11 days to that first race, which will take place on Sunday, the 8th of March at Albert Park, Melbourne, in Australia. And I am excited about this particular race because it will be the first race or the first step towards getting some of the answers that we have in terms of teams and the drivers who are on the grid today. 2026 promises to be a very exciting year, and it will also be probably one of the most difficult for some of the teams or drivers. Based on some of the things that we saw during the pre-season testing in Bahrain, there are teams that seem to have a handle of how things are supposed to work, and we also have teams that are struggling. And while you cannot tell the full story based on what was happening or what was going on during the pre-season testing in Bahrain, at least it gave us an idea of what to expect. But we also have an idea, or we also know that Formula One is very good at developing and solving solutions. Teams are able to develop their car, they are able to solve the problems that they are facing. And I would expect that that is also going to still be the case. There are teams that were struggling during pre-season testing that are going to find a solution to the problems that they have. One of the most prominent teams was Aston Martin, which probably went against what many people expected. But I'm also sure that, or I would expect that within the next couple of races, they'll be able to probably sort out some of the teething problems that they have. There are also rumors that some of the top teams like Mercedes, Ferrari, Red Bull, and McLaren were also sandbagging, meaning that they did not really show their hand during pre-season testing. That means that we can expect a little bit more competition among the four. And while they still look like they are the top four teams this particular season, you never know, there could be a dark horse somewhere when you consider some of the teams like Haas or Alpine or even Williams. Anything can happen in Formula One. And while I'm not expecting any miracles in the Formula One season in 2026, at least I would expect that some of the midfield teams will also perform pretty well and maybe give the top four teams a run for their money. Well, that's my hope. And please don't come for me because that's just my opinion. I might be wrong, or I might also get surprised over the course of the season on how various teams and various drivers also perform. If this is the first time that you and I are meeting, I am Joe, and on this YouTube channel, I talk about Formula One, the business of Formula One, and also content creation in Formula One. And I would really appreciate it if you can subscribe to this YouTube channel. I am counting down to the first days of this Formula One season in 2026 because I am excited about it and I can't wait for it to start. There are quite a lot of things that are going on. There are quite a lot of stories and narratives that are going to evolve over the course of the season. And that first race in Melbourne, Australia will be the first step or the first page of this particular story. We have new cars under new regulations, and therefore this is going to be a situation whereby we may not get the results that we have been used to. There may be teams and drivers that are going to be consistent in terms of being good on track. The others who might struggle, and the others who might underperform. And all those stories are what makes Formula One interesting, and especially if you are an entrepreneur or a business person. These are the things that you can pick, or there are quite a number of lessons that you can pick from the stories that you can get in Formula One. Whether that is in terms of how to manage your team, how to deal with developing a product or a solution, how do you overcome challenges as you build on whatever product or service that you have? How do you handle people? And how do you actually ensure that you are making steps forward even when things are not working at the moment? Because if you look at Formula One at the moment, we have teams that represent all stages that you can think about. We have teams that seems to actually be very good and are projected to perform very well. You also have teams that are projected to underperform. And you also have teams that are in midfield where they are really not at the top and they are also not at the bottom. And all of these are things that actually make Formula One exciting. And they are things that also provide lessons that you can apply in your life as well as in your business. And if you have enjoyed this particular video, watch the video on your screen right now. Subscribe to this YouTube channel if you have not, and I'm going to see you in my next video.